Hello, everyone. My name is Narissa Anderson, and the NCTE Award for Excellence in Poetry book that I decided to choose was the 2006 award book, which is Garvey's Choice, and it's by Nikki Grimes. The book doesn't contain illustrations except for the illustration on the front cover, which is of a house, and it looks like a little boy and his shadow standing by the front door with music notes coming out of the chimney. So a little bit about this book. Oh, I'm sorry. The book's publisher is Highlights Press. The copyright date is 2016. This is the genre of this book is of course poetry. It is for ages 8 to 12 years old. A little bit about this book. It's about a boy named Garvey. He loves to read and he loves music and he's also good with math in school. In the book, it's mainly talking about his father. His father wants him to be athletic. He wants him to play football or basketball. Um, he wants him to be tough and he wants him to be more manly and in shape. The book describes Garvey to be very big compared to his family, who are all small. Garvey doesn't want to play any sports. He wants to continue to read his books and continue to listen to music. A lot of times in the book, they bring up Luther Vandross Dance with Your Father. They bring that song up a lot in the book. Garvey talks about that song. It's one of his favorite songs. Um, he also talks about him not being able to dance with his father because his father doesn't really want to associate with him because he doesn't want to be athletic or play any sports. Um, it then goes into detail with Garvey going to school and also getting picked that he has this one friend named Joe, and Joe was by his side throughout everything. And then throughout the story, he meets another friend named Marvy, and they become close as well. It then goes into detail with Garvey joining the chorus because he loves music, and as time goes on in the book, Garvey is surprised to see that his father isn't upset that he's in chorus because he tells him that he used to be in a band. And so that's something that they get to share together. They get to spend that time together, a time that he didn't really ever have with his father due to him not having anything in common with him. But then he finally realizes that, okay, his dad was in a band and they have that in common. Um, let's see. I think as I talked about in the book, Garvey's choice basically is about him making his choice to do what he wants to do. And as I mentioned in the beginning, the front cover with the music notes coming out of the chimney, that represents Garvey's love for music. Um, a I think this book is good for children because it shows them that they should always be themselves, no matter what somebody else thinks about them or want them to be, no matter what they want them to be. I think it teaches them to be true to themselves and not to give up on what they want to be. Because it will take them far in life. Whatever they want to be will take them far in life. If they just stick to it, if that's their passion, they should just go for it, no matter what anybody else says. I think it also teaches them about bonds between a father and son, as well as mother and son. In the book, Garvey's mother tries to take up for him throughout the story by telling the father to leave him alone and let him be who he wants to be, let him be himself. And let him do what he wants to do. Also, she plays chess with him throughout the story and teaches him that and tells him that it's a great way to, expand his mind. So Garvey takes that and he plays that throughout the book as well. Um, I think an experience that I have with this book is when I was in high school, I was a cheerleader, but my father wanted me to join ROTC. And when I graduated high school, he wanted me to join the military. I didn't want to do any of those things. Being a cheerleader, I felt as if I was too girly. And I just didn't want to be in a uniform and participate in any military activities. I couldn't think of ever doing that. Eventually, my dad realized my passion for cheerleading and he let the military talk go. An activity I would have the kids complete to go with this book is to create their own tank of poems. Um, in the book, and I can show you some examples. This This book, it's all tanka poems that Garvey creates. And a tanka poem is basically um, 5 syllables at the top, 7 5 7 5. So it goes like that, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So 5 7 5 7 5. It's a tanka poem. So I would have them create their own tanka poem, similar to Garvey's in the book. They would write a poem about an activity that they love doing, and they will also include if the activity is supported by their family or if they have similar issues like Garvey. I think this will help the students practice their syllabuses within the words, as well as also help them understand that not everyone is the same and everyone have different likings. One person may not enjoy the same activity that the other one will, and it allows them to keep an open mind. So that's about it. This is Garvey's Choice again, and thank you guys for sticking with me. Goodbye.